Hello everyone, this is Guy, and when we last left off, Gibbs had somehow joined Ruka. Or rather, Ruka had joined Gibbs. This was a bit unexpected for Gibbs, and Ruka didn't seem like the most talkative type. But she listened to him for quite a while as he arrived to the inn, and he was still rattled by the whole experience, the whole risky trip all by himself to another city that he barely knew. His mind was chaotic, and as he arrived here, he sat down and realized he was more or less safe. Ruka was there, from the Shek Kingdom, from the place, the powers that ran this place. And he just talked with her. She didn't go away, she didn't say a lot. But eventually, she showed interest in joining him in his travels, in his path. And he really needed to rest. They came upstairs here, still in the same inn where they met. And they slept on this table, basically. There was still two shacks here, which actually talked with Ruka. And after a while they left. Gibbs and Ruka just slept, sitting with their heads on the table. At least Gibbs did, because when he fell asleep, Ruka was sitting, and as he woke up, she was still sitting there. She was apparently doing a staring contest with this other shack in front of her. Gibbs didn't know the shack that had joined them at the table, and he looked quite hostile at Ruka. He looked quite hostile, glaring at Ruka with almost hatred or some deep form of despise. Gibbs didn't really know what to do for a while. Ruka wasn't looking at him. He remembered from last night that Ruka could not even contain her anger as the other two shacks called her a servant, referred to her as a servant, which Gibbs learned was a lower caste, the caste of the hornless, of the cowards. And it seemed like most Shek would not even talk to a servant like Ruka, a servant who seemed to not accept this new role. But yeah, guys, I have decided how to deal with the situation. I have actually read a bit about the Shek Kingdom. I have looked up information that any Shek should know, any former warrior like Ruka. So yeah, I'm guessing I'm keeping things blind as much as possible. And I will tell you if I read about something. But yeah, I was able to not get any relevant spoilers, and it's actually interesting because now I have some lore to work with. But alright. What Ruka knows and what Ruka thinks, we will still be playing in the perspective of Gibbs, so it doesn't mean that you, viewers, and Gibbs will know. But yeah, I know some of the essentials that a Shek warrior should know. So don't worry, it's not like I know a lot about this whole area. So yeah, guys, what we should still know from, conversations between Ruka and the other Sheks that were here, this is an outpost of the Shek Kingdom, which is a faction of the Sheks, this race. Yeah, but again, even the Sheks between themselves, they were not talking too much, and Gibbs didn't learn a lot, or maybe he was too tired to learn a lot. But alright, this is it, and Gibbs, Ruka have just been at this table for a while now. And it seemed like Gibbs had to do something. He decided to get up. Ruka looked at him and got up too. She nodded at him, signing to leave the place. Or at least this floor. This Shek was talking to Gibbs, but pretended like Ruka was not even there. Not really. Gibbs didn't know a lot about the Sheks. Around here, a Shek's standing is measured in bravery and battle skill, as in the same footsteps of Grawl. Foreigners are only tolerated in this town for their trade, under the stone golem's orders. Every Shek in the city is itching for a fight since she came to power, especially against an honorless foreigner like you. I suggest you keep your head down if you want to leave the city in one piece. Stone Golem? You really know nothing, do you? The Stone Golem is our queen, and she has a more passive take on dealing with our enemies than most people would like. People are on edge and pent up ready to fight. Interesting. He nods. Indeed. Had it been the same who had been staring at Ruka, he couldn't really distinguish them very well. But alright, this didn't seem like a place that would welcome him. And this had actually been the first Shek who had just actually come up to him to talk. But okay, Ruka didn't seem to phase It seemed like it was normal that people ignored her. I have actually changed the name of our group to Lone Warrior. It was Lone Nobody before, and it's Lone Warrior now. So yeah, as Gibbs and Ruka were walking along... This is okay. We're walking along the city. Gibbs was trying to talk with Ruka a bit. Understand what she was looking for, what she wanted. And after a while, after trying to pry, still delicately, but trying to get some information out of Ruka, just understanding what she wanted, what she was looking for, he understood that this is where this name comes from, Lone Warrior. She was not accepting to stay a servant. She wanted to become a warrior Shek. She knew that other Sheks would not accept her choice. Most of them. And she needed to train. She seemed to have a sense of strategy. She knew that out there, all alone, it was hard to survive. And without any training facilities, outside seemed like one of the few options to train. Gibbs thought that if they weren't starving, it would be really good for him to get in shape, physically and emotionally again. He had been weak, his body was sicklish. So, they seemed to be in agreement. They would train. And as the day went by, Ruka got more and more silent. It seemed like this was all the conversation she was going to really want to give, and Gibbs was trying to learn more about the Sheks and everyone, and this whole settlement, but he got a sense that she just did not want to talk, so she just didn't want to talk anymore, so he didn't want to force her more into that direction. But alright. He had found somebody who was willing to walk with him, and actually had a goal that seemed to fit his. For now. Alright. So now there is a question. The city, it seems like it does have some resources. There are some shops apparently. That one over there seems to be for travelers. Could it be a place to rest, or would a shop? We don't really know. Doesn't seem like the Shek are too happy to share a lot with outsiders despite trade. So maybe staying here for a long while is not really a good option. Other than that, what else is here? They have some power. Probably not willing to share it. Some houses. Are these just public? That's a residential Shek house. Probably we wouldn't be too welcomed going in. There's a bar. Oh, let's select them both. And actually I feel like Ruka would just be walking with Gibbs. but not deciding the way. Come on. Alright. The guards just bumped through them. It really seemed like Ruka was in a troublesome spot. Gibbs didn't even know how long she had been here, but the hostility was there. So, this is an armor shop. Okay. That is the inn we slept. Okay, so it seems like we might come here. Oh, that's a weapons shop, huh? Seems like it. So, okay, we don't have money to spend. The thing is, we need to make some money. And it's not really clear how one could make money around here. Gibbs had decided to go for repairs and salvaging, but it didn't seem like that was an easy option. Especially, he had noticed that the technology in here was, well, not too advanced compared with the place he had just came from, the hub. He was still thinking about mining. There seemed to be quite a bit of mining resources at the hub, and this area was not too far away. So maybe that was a good option. Let's see. Gibbs is quite hungry, Ruka too. Oh, she actually has a bigger hunger rate. That's tricky. Actually, let's look at her stats. So, this is Ruka. She has quite a bit of strength. Dexterity, which makes her attack fast. Strength means she's good with heavy weapons, she does more damage. And perception, so she's actually decent with arrows. She's good with all kinds of melee weapons. Not with ranged, so she must have trained her perception in some other way. She's good at melee, attack and defense. Way better than Gibbs, he has melees on 1. And she has good athletics, and the rest is pretty bad. I mean, Gibbs at least has 1, yeah, in most of this stuff. She has 0s and even -1 as a medic. Oh. Can she even heal herself? I mean, first aid skills 2.8 types, and she has 3.4, so I think she's actually even slower with healing. Okay. Other than that, oh, she has higher stats. She can take more damage. And she also has a higher maximum of hunger. Okay. Right, so I think that's a good overview. And I guess they spent a while, you know, talking with each other. They woke up a bit later. And yeah, just looking at the city and thinking about what to do. But it did seem like probably for some fast money, Gibbs might have to, at least to stay alive, he might have to go mining. Gibbs was still a bit shaken by yesterday. It had been a hard day. But actually Ruka seemed to emanate a kind of strength that he was actually somehow feeling too. He had done quite a lot to stay alive and to leave a town that basically only had a bar and nothing else. So he did feel some strength with him. Not just because of Ruka, but that did help. So alright. It seemed after a while that mining would be a good chance, and maybe some hunting, but 2 people? A lot of the creatures walk around in herds, and they're quite strong. So yeah, probably mining would be a good option. Let's see if we can find some mines. I mean, some mining resources. Oh, there is one. So that's an iron resource. It has good quality. That is a herd of Garus. They have quite a bit of attack. So probably we shouldn't take on a herd. Let's say that, you know, it's easy to see that they are very strong. Gibbs suggests some prospecting, suggests looking at the quality of this ore to get some foods. And Ruka seems to be of not a lot of words, because she actually grabs a pickaxe and just immediately starts mining. Let's not get killed, Gibbs. Gibbs actually looks at her and he still wants to prospect a bit. So let's see. Iron in front of him and copper right next to him. That is copper. Gibbs knew that copper was used in quite a bit of higher quality items. So, but the copper quality was lower here. Are these 2 mines or just one? It's one. Yeah, they're connected. But still, it tends to be more worthwhile. He told that to Ruka, and she stopped for a second to breathe in, and she kept going. They were still quite close to the city, so safety should be decent. Maybe some wild animals might mess with them, but the problem is, would the shack actually help them? Would it even let them into the city if they were being attacked? Gibbs had tried to observe the area. It did feel quite safe. But this was a risk that they would have to take for now. I mean, after all, this seemed like one of the best places that they could be safe around here. Still close to the city. Probably the shack did not want bandits just wandering around and messing everything up on their entryway. And copper normally was good money. Gibbs was not feeling well at all, and he had to stop every once in a while. Ruka did not blink and did not really react to it. She looked at him stopping, she saw that he was trying to rest, she just kept going. But she did not seem very skilled. with the whole mining endeavor. Gibbs swore he could hear something. So the Garus sometimes seem to get a bit aggressive, huh? Maybe they didn't like the noises that mining were making, but they seem to have left them alone. Ruka had stopped for a second. She did not seem like somebody who would show fear. Might be useful, but might also create some problems. But okay. So Gibbs was mining and resting, not too efficient. But at least they should be getting a bit of money. So yeah, this is, by the way, how resources, mining resources work. This fills up, this can hold a few rocks, a few ores. But just like 5 or something. And yeah, we need to take them and sell them. Copper is okay amount, is an okay resource for money. We will get 180 at a shop, it seems like, around this area, for 1 copper ore. Which is still not great. It still means that we would have to be getting some copper for a few hours to get enough to eat, especially with Ruka consuming more food. Yeah, we actually have this water. We said that Gibbs distributed it on smaller portions, let's say water skins. It is 10 liters, so let's say he still has some water from it. You can even share it with Ruka while they're working. But I think I will eventually just drop the barrel. Alright. This is something that Kenshi has that might actually keep some players from playing it too much. It is a bit slow-paced, especially at the beginning, I've heard. And these are parts where I might actually do some cuts within the footage. I can actually speed up the game, but I think role-playing wise, it's only fair if they're actually very focused in mining. So this means actually taking a risk. Right now it's 10. They have 3 pieces. I think I'll go for a 4th, and it's not worth doing a cut right now. I'll just go faster. Let's hope we don't get into any trouble. Because I really don't know how the shack would react if we walked up to them with some bandits or something chasing after us. Okay, we have 4. Let's take those items. Alright. You can just right click and it transfers quickly. Alright, so it's getting late, let's just leave. She is slower now. I think it's because she has quite a lot of burden. I mean, she could give something to Gibbs. Wow, the music is quite loud now. Let me just lower it. And Gibbs could actually give her some food. Moderate. So let's just distribute this. Both have moderate now. Okay. Let's keep going, huh? It's getting pretty late. I don't know how safe this area is. Let's keep going. Let's just go right up. I think if we do like this, you can both just walk at the pace of the slowest member, which in this case is Ruka. Yeah, keep together, see? Even if I give Ruka the command to go the fastest she can, yeah, she goes as fast as she can and Gibbs just keeps her pace. Now, that moon looks so cool. This whole area, actually. Yeah, this game has some cool visuals. A bit weird, but cool. Yeah, they will probably check for contraband again, or no? That just happened that first time? Question is, I don't know if you remember, but last episode, as Gibbs was trying to enter the city, they checked for contraband, those guardians there. I wonder what is considered contraband in the game. And if actually the next time they talk to me is only if we are trying to get some contraband inside of the walls of this settlement. But okay. Again, Ruka is not too talkative, so it's not like Gibbs knows all of these details, but he hopes that she would say something if some items that are not allowed, you know, would land in Gibbs' hands and he would be trying to take them in. Okay. So now let's see. This is quite dark in here. Oh, something I noticed. Look, Ruka, her attack gets indoors penalty, okay. But Gibbs working in darkness. So it seems like the Shek are quite capable at working in a dark place, which is interesting. So I don't know why there is no light in this building, but they don't seem to care as much as humans. Let's say there's at least some lights coming in or something. Gibbs is not blind right now. Okay, let's see what he has. Oh, quite a lot of dried meat. That's something I like to see. Okay, so let's sell the copper. $900 cats. That's decent money. He actually bought it for 220. That's cool. All right. So yeah, let's get some dried meat, huh? So that's 4 for each. Interesting. It's actually a bit easier to get food here than at my past playthroughs at the hub. Maybe it's just the first time because I had a lot of dried meat, but let's not get too complacent there, but at least it's a good start. I can't stand this. What are you waiting for? We're warriors, not peasants. He slams his fist on the table. Gibbs didn't really know what that was about, but Ruka looked at the shack and she just kept going up the stairs. They have money to rest now. So even though sleeping at a table seems like an option, I think Gibbs would really need it. So this also is 100, yeah. He actually lays down on the bed. You know, he tells Ruka he's going to sleep, she nods. And she just looks for a table or a place to sit. But not close to the other shack. Alright, and we actually sleep. So while sleeping, I think you recover. You lose less hunger. Yeah, resting KO state. 33. He's also encumbered, so all this time he can only carry 16 with him. But he has 24, so that's making him hungry faster. But okay. He is at least able to rest, letting his body recover, and once again, when he goes to bed and when he gets up again, there is some fighting going on in the background. Ruka notices it. Gibbs gets woken up by the screams 1 or 2 times, but he looks at Ruka, she's just standing there. Everything seems to be quiet here, and he goes to sleep again. Seems like in this area of the world, you have to learn to sleep through battle sounds, screams, and clashes. And the morning is starting to kick in, and Gibbs is starting to feel a bit better as he stands up. At least the physical part seems to be a bit better. He looks at Ruka, she's still sitting there. She goes up to him, he says good morning, and she even lets out a gruff morning. She has a deep voice for a lady, I guess. Alright. Okay, so let's go down the building? Leave the building? Alright. Maybe let's follow Gibbs with the camera. Might be nice. Select them both. Because yeah, I mean I can select each character separately. Alright. So there was some battling going on around there. But the looting is really distasteful for Gibbs, and he doubts that Ruka would even allow it. So it seems like mining, as much as it still paid Gibbs, at least he was able to get some food. It didn't seem like Ruka minded if he rested a bit more. And the last day, the few hours they were here, they seemed pretty quiet. He had seen no bandits. So for now, still seemed like an okay option. Gibbs actually asked Ruka about the clashes and if she had heard something, but she just shook her head. It might be worth it to go over there and check out what is happening. Okay, let's go for the copper again. Because iron is, I think, half the value, and even if the quality is a bit higher, I don't know what the... I think the price is still almost double for copper, so let's use that. Okay, so from here it's not registered, all that battle. Question is, should we actually go check it out? Gibbs seems to... Okay, buddy, let's respect the lady. Gibbs keeps thinking about this a bit. Ruka, quite expressionless, just working. But she's not really She doesn't seem to know a lot about this area, or at least she doesn't show it. So Gibbs actually tells her, listen, why don't we go over there and see what's happening? We can go back to mining just after that. I think it's good to know what's what's happening around here. Ruka gives off an alright, and they decide to go and look what was happening. The sounds seem to come from over here. Let's just reduce this. By the way, I guess this is still not considered a sandstorm here? Maybe over there it is. As they were walking around this place, Gibbs still felt some desire to have a drink. All of this was not an easy day to day for him. He had learned to take the easy way. When things went well, that is. But Ruka was there, and it did help him to keep some focus. Okay, so that was the city and the city entrance. We hear no battle sounds. Shit, so there are some bandits around here. Gibbs was too distracted. And Ruka, too much in her head, I guess. Goodness, what will happen? That's the thing. Ruka was not the person to just give her money and go away. She was not going to start her path towards being a warrior, just humiliating herself like that. Although she would not suicide. Just like, not seeing any chance. Alright. He wants Kattens. So this is the name of cats? Is that an abbreviation of Kattens? So she wants money. Yes, you want my money? Just try taking it from me. Okay, let's shake them off. I don't think... Oh yeah, they're going after us. Huh. They have 20 to attack. This person has a bounty on their head. Oh, here. Okay. You can check if somebody has a bounty in their status panel. Mouse over this panel to check which faction set the bounty. Let's see. Check Kingdom actually. Makes sense. Huh. The thing is, will we even survive? To collect bounties, you need to take them to a police station, first knock the person out, then pick them up, carry them, okay? To pick up a bounty, right-click the mouse on them, bring up the interaction menu. Once you find a police station, talk to the station's police chief for your reward. Okay. Not the greatest moment for tutorial. But yeah, I've said that I would pause the game because really it's so quick to die in this game. It's so much decision of moments. So I think I'll try to keep it, fair in the role-playing department, but let me at least take a pause, because then we have a chance of survival and a chance of this series going on for a bit, even if I know very little about the game. But okay, you're gonna get hurt, so our characters know that this will turn into a fight. The thing is, Ruka is quite resilient, but she's not fast. Okay, I don't think we should have a lot of time to think here, but she is not suicidal, so she will not just actually fight here and if there is a chance of leaving. But she will be sure to at least get get the boss for one attack. Gibbs is just, he has a ranged weapon, he tries to take some distance and attack. At least while Ruka is there, he doesn't just want to leave her there. Okay, I think this will be, let's attack the boss. She is getting wailed on like crazy. So at least, let's see if she already hit him. She already hit him. That's all she wanted for now. So let's actually just try and survive. But damn, you see, they are pretty fast. That's what I was saying, you know, it's dangerous when your athletics is low. Crap. We might make it. And we know that the Shek Kingdom does not like these guys, so I think if they have a bounty on them, they would not react badly if we got there. But man, Ruka might be, you know, her chest looks very hurt. Okay, that's right there. Ruka, just a little bit more. Why is Gibbs so slow? Crap. Okay, let's just keep going. Come on! Come on! There you go. Okay, Ruka, fight. Where's Gibbs? Gibbs is there. Come on, you have ranged. Just take a step back and hit him. Hit him. Come on. Okay, Ruka, don't down me. Come on. There you go. Oh, you're still alive, huh? Nope. Oh, who are you? You were Shek. Okay. Oh, you're going to help them. Alright, let's go for it. We might actually be able to get the bounty, huh? Who was the guy with the bounty on his head? Alright. Whew. Okay, so let's heal. Not here though. Oh, they took everyone. So I'm guessing they're taking the bounty or just cleaning up. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's heal. How are we looking? Gibbs was okay. Ruka, actually better than expected. Whew. Okay, we didn't die. That's something. So yeah, Gibbs did learn that Ruka is not just going to fight unless she... Oh no. No you won't. Ruka, come on. Do something. Okay, he's dead. Okay. So these guys are just taking them all, but I mean, they need to heal. That's the first priority. Okay, that's quite intimate. Alright. So okay, it doesn't look like Ruka will just fight a fight they cannot win. But she won't take something like that. Okay. So there was some fighting there. We did not understand who it was. We know that the dust bandits and the shack are, well, they're not friends, which is to be expected. But probably if we might count on their help. Where are the bodies actually? What do they do with people like this? Is that a body? Why is he committing a crime? Oh. He was caught committing a crime. So this is the symbol for the Shack Kingdom. Okay. So we were just trying to see what happened with the bodies, but I guess they're gone. Alright. But yeah, I think it's safe to assume that they are not holding grudges against us. Did those wild animals just walk into here? Yeah. There Gibbs goes again. I guess he knows something about Garros, I don't know why. Oh. Okay. So they do check. Alright, let's not get too close to those guys. Okay, so just real quick, this is still yellow because they're still recovering. I think. Oh, it's bandaged. What's yellow? It's bandaged, maybe? They should recover everything, even though it's grayed out. If I understand correctly, that's actually where sleeping comes in. She is holding her chest because it's not... she is hurt. Okay. Would the bandits come over here? And you see, it's quite easy to get surprised. It just happens. But okay, at least the Shack Kingdom was not... you know, they had the bounty on the head of that guy. They don't seem to hold a grudge, which could be good for us. But I would still say that they actually do not... that they still did not enjoy us taking somebody with a bounty over there. It just seemed that in that situation it was, you know, fast thinking, and I guess they knew there was a bounty. Maybe there were, you know, descriptions around, and they hoped for the best. But I don't think the game internally has changed how they feel about us. Yeah, Shack Kingdom is still okay. These are not all the factions, by the way. It's just people we have seen, I think, or heard about. I think, I'm not completely sure. But yeah, the starving bandits are, yeah, not too friendly towards us. Neither are the dust bandits, which are the ones we just met. Okay. Okay, so let's get rid of the copper. And maybe next episode we can start with, I mean, the money's still the same, 220, yeah. Maybe next episode we can start to, it's looking at what shops there are here. But yeah, probably this is only food around here, right? I mean, how much is this? 24. I guess we can sell it back. Okay. So let's assume that they just, you know, they consume the water. Say a dried fish, just one last thing. 20 nutrition, and it's 358. That's so expensive. It's not great. Okay, what's this? It's a book. Oh, it's a bounty. Yeah, you can get bounties at shops. But okay. I think this would be okay for now, because I think the episode is getting a bit long. But yeah, we found a way to make some actually decent money around here. It's close to the city, it's safe-ish, maybe. We have to find a bit of how Ruka and Gibbs are getting along, who she is, who they are, what ties them together. So yeah, I think this episode should end now. Yeah, see you soon, guys. Bye.